Channel frequency Phoenix 555.
Namaste, Grand Rising, Big Cat Fire Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave. The planet's hottest topic over your next 7 days begins on the 4th of September. Its effects on your individual signs will follow at the end of this video. Big Cat Fire Signs, we simply must unpack Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus. It's a transformative period. Jupiter is the 7th planet in retrograde during September. The year 2023 adds up to a 7, which means analysis, knowledge, wisdom, and is a highly spiritual number associated with the crown chakra, the God source, which is also ruled by, you guessed it, Jupiter. The number 7 is ruled by the moon, the ruler of Cancer, your origin and home foundation, as well as Pisces, your spiritual life and maintenance. Fire signs, you might explore your intuition and imaginative capabilities on a deeper level. Neptune in Pisces. Relationships and personal views could undergo review, leading to reconsideration of your self-expression and how you relate to others. Venus in Leo. Critical thinking and effective communication could become focal points for you, encouraging you to refine your ideas and articulate them clearly. Mercury in Virgo. You may seek innovative ways to apply your fiery energies and ideas to practical and transformative undertakings. Uranus in Taurus. Let's move into the breakdown of the 7 planets that are currently retrograding. Jupiter in Taurus is retrograding from the 4th of September until the 30th of December. Jupiter, a benefic planet. It supports your good practices and it encourages you to take calculated risks rather than jumping without looking. Basically, it's telling you to read the fine print, read the room, shorty. Pluto in Capricorn from the 1st of May until the 10th of October. Pluto retrograde starts off in Aquarius and then enters Capricorn on the 11th of June. Old power struggles and former triangular situations will be reopened and re-examined to see how you can learn and grow from them. Saturn in Pisces from the 17th of June until the 4th of November. Saturn, a malefic planet, and is the baggage you carry. Yes, it is a reminder of how heavy it can be as you walk through life. Its retrograde represents a moment of reflection on how you can attain your future goals. Relationships are going to be tested as you're deciding who and what you want to invest your energies in. Good golly and gosh. Neptune in Pisces on the 30th of June until the 6th of December. Your intuition may not be as spot on as it usually is. When Neptune is retrograde in Pisces, you may start believing the narratives you tell yourself, even if they ain't true blood. Come on, clarity is needed. You also have Venus in Leo from the 23rd of July until the 4th of September. This will make you long for declarations, big declarations of love and affection. The less attention they get, the more you're gonna want it. This also holds true for money and finances. You also have Mercury in Virgo from the 23rd of August until the 15th of September. It's going to bring back exes and old flames for one more round, Julie, with your hairline. Yes, your edges. This transit will bring you face to face with the past, both the good and the bad. You also have Uranus in Taurus from the 28th of August until the 27th of January 2024. Don't expect major waves or growth during this time. Take life one day at a time. Avoid frustrations during this planetary retrograde. And finally, Jupiter squares with Venus during the Venus in Leo retrograde. This summer of 2023, this will bring engaging yet challenging interactions concerning love and values. Aries and Aries rising. The retrograde falls in your second house of self-worth, bolstering your confidence. The second house concerns what you own that makes you feel like yourself. Money, material possessions, values, experiences, and even those items in your wardrobe that could only belong to no one else but you. Traditionally, this transit spells out financial expansion and a little fiscal chaos. But holistically, it's a power up of your values. State what you're worth and see who and what shows up for you. Leo and Leo rising. Everything has been leading up to this. The brave step out from under the bed and into the unknown. The break with limiting relationships. The risky debuts on the main stage. Jupiter has arrived, yes, in your 10th house of career and public glory, where you're ready to cooperate with those that see you as Buffy, the vampire slayer, metaphorically speaking. You'll be called to elevated platforms of leadership and visibility, and this time it won't feel like a shock, more like a natural arrival. No signs are plagued by myopia like Taurus and Leo. Make sure you have accountability and community to keep you from losing the plot midway through your debut. Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. With Saturn in Pisces, you're called to build your home. Jupiter in Taurus invites you to build your body. Taurus owns your 6th house, where you set boundaries for how much you give to others, how you exert yourself, as well as what you need to feel to feel secure and strong. Taurus is a sign of consolidation, wealth, and hedonism. With Jupiter in your 6th house, you're invited to indulge the calls of your body, nourish and strengthen and worship your somatic form. Consider this part of your global reconstitution of home and self, so that you feel fortified for the adventures to come. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big Cat Wave. Namaste! Grand Rising Fire Signs, welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your hottest topic for your next 7 days. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Big Cat Wave. Let's dive right in and unpack as we see what energies Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus is going to unpack for you, darling dear, and we will navigate and investigate and do a full-on recon. Let's get your runestone. You have Manas. This is represented by the Fool card in Tarot, darling dears. It represents a 0 for completion, coming full circle, as well as what? The number 20, darling dears. It's about you seeking knowledge. A new beginning is about to be in the offing for you, my fire sign, over your next 7 days. Manas, the Fool card, darling dears. It also speaks about being spontaneous, meeting a new partner for some, darling dears. There will be an age difference. New relationships are going to be forming. Why? Because it's going to be based on what you want, darling dear. You don't respect those that don't respect you. It's a fresh start, a new beginning. A rebellion of one, but it's working for you, darling dear. It's working for you. Represented, did I say by the letter M? Okay, let's carry on. Let's get your overall ancestral message around what's going on. New beginnings for you, my ears. I said about to say air sign, Freudian slip. I haven't done the air sign reading yet, but when it comes out, watch it. There's a message for you. There's no such thing as coincidence or a mistake, darling. There's lessons and pointers. Lessons and pointers. What does your ancestors want you to know? The gathering, community, kinship, and companionship. I told you new relationships are about to be in the offing, darling dear. From what? Kiefer to Malkuth, a meeting of minds. I'm also seeing celebrations, parties, some kind of an accolade, darling dear. It's on the 33, same as Jesus and Bob Marley, darling dears. This is a master number. And again, it speaks about your creativity, about you tapping into your Christ conscious. How do you do that? You do it by the what? Sacred secretion. It's when the moon aligns with your sun sign. That's when you're supposed to do it for about 2.5 days, darling dears. Go and investigate that. But it's about harmony and joy. P, that big P word being bandied around you, darling dear. Peace, prosperity, and what? Being pernicious, darling dears, about what you want, not what you need. Love it. Don't hate it. Companionship is definitely afoot, darling dear. Like-minded souls coming in for you. Your next message is what? Mountain lights, light beings, portals, subtle energies, and it's on a 29. 29 goes down to what? An 11 master number. You're being divinely guided as well as what? Inspired. Look for the synchronicities, darling dears. They seem like mountains, but it's not. It's a molehill. It's a lesson for you to learn. It's portals for you to enter. A new beginning. Many steps, darling dears. You are going to be a guiding light to many over the next 7 days. And how do you do that? By being you, darling dear, your authentic self, your true self. Those that what? Those that matter won't mind, and those that mind don't matter, darling dears. It's an adopting a new way of thinking. The Fool card is a clean slate, a fresh start. Let's push on at a hot trot, darling dears, and get right into the core. What's going on for you? Let's get a deck. One that I haven't used in a while. Base of your deck, star card, healing. It also speaks about somebody stepping into the spotlight. But it's a new beginning, darling dears. Having what? Poured away what subconsciously no longer serves you. Any stumbling block, anything that was hindering your evolution, darling dear, it is no more. Why? You chose you. It also speaks about being recognized. Some will be stepping into fame, a benefactor, or having what? More pouring into your what? Your business, whatever you use your creativities on the 33, darling dears, to bring forth on this Malkuth. Love it. Don't hate it. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. What's currently crossing? What's on top of the air signs? Yeah, 10 of Cups, not in alignment. This is moving away from what? Soul ties to situations that don't deserve your presence. This is understanding what? Distance over disrespect. This is something that is going to be sealed in stone. What's crossing you? Is the Temperance card, darling. There's your ancestral team. You've been on a long journey, but you had to what? Let go of a situation that was not balanced, something that wasn't pouring into you. Yep, this is you realizing your worth, darling dears. A situation where you was possibly unhappy with your progeny if you have them, or unhappy with your progenies if you have them. But it's about you what? Finding the true balance. The Temperance energy is about your long-term vision. Yes, it's been a journey, darling dears. But you had to bring the harmony within self in order to what? Call in your true soul tribe, darling dears. This is the week for new relationships, new connections. Yes, we are Mercury retrograde, darling dears. It doesn't matter right? Why? Because you'll be doing recon. No one's doing genitalia watusi. Nah, blood. That would be so wrong. All right. What's crowning the big cat air signs? Oh, thinking clearly, darling dears, about disloyal situations. But you have to remember, we saw the temperance energy, darling dears, as well as what? The star card. Pour away what no longer serves you. Somebody needs to clearly get over someone who is skullduggerous. Queen of Cups could be feminine energy, but it could also represent a mother, someone who is meant to be loyal to you, darling dears. You're thinking clearly about this person's actions. It didn't line up with their words. This is new beginning, darling dears, in way of thinking, seeing people and appreciating them for what they are and leaving them where they are. What's beneath you? Yeah, sun card on its face, darling dears. Yeah, moving away from what? Situations that don't make you happy. It also speaks about somebody not taking a trip, some kind of journey or vacation. It could be a family vacation because you know it was going down Bobby Brown, darling dears. It could also be a family gathering. You thought it was like mine, darling dears, but you're seeing the situation for what it is. It's like a den of thieves. Everybody with unchecked psychosis, darling dears. Emotional manipulation. Seeing a situation for what it truly is. What's currently behind the fire signs? Thank you. Yeah. Those that don't want to let go. This is emotional trauma and dilemma, darling dears. Just because they don't want to let go, you've got to be loyal to yourself, darling dear. King of Cups. If this was a marriage, it was an unyoked situation or long-term situation, darling dear. There was no balance. There was always arguments, fighting. I also see a third party in that situation. You had to change your perspective and realize that you are the boss of your life. And what you allow will continue. Will continue. It's not, darling dear. This is about you focusing on yourself, realizing that you're highly intuitive and listening to your intuition. This is all behind you, darling. There's trauma and drama that you couldn't previously let go, but it was what blocking your emotional fulfillment. You realize that you have to fill up your own cup before you can give on to someone. You give from your cup, darling dear, from an overflowing cup, leaving those behind that are dumb as a crumb with their what? Their unchecked issues. Did they come with a certificate from a psychiatrist, psychologist, or an exorcist? No, they didn't. They didn't. This is the new you, darling dears. A new you, a breath of fresh air. Why? You've chosen yourself. You've become the rebel, darling dear. The Fool is what? Uranus energy, and Uranus speaks about your individualism and the change, the sudden change. They feel it's a sudden change, but it had to go this way, darling dears. It had to. What's coming towards the big cat? Let's move these over a tad so that all of the cards can fit. What's coming towards the big cat? Thank you. Justice, darling dears. Justice. Yes. Somebody's going through some kind of a legal situation, darling dear. It could also be the ending of a marriage. Someone is extremely bitter about it. They may even try to come through, but remember, you are their karma. There's no get back because the Mercury retrograde will also bring in exes. Yes, baby, the cemetery will be empty. Why? It's like Pet Cemetery. They're coming back from the dodo dead. These are bitter people that use their intellect, their words to try and keep a big cat down. Well, guess what, fire sign? They're going to meet the new improved you. One who is obstreperous, darling dears. Not wanting to be in this toxic cycle. Realizing you must be the karma in the situation. Libra, justice is Libra energy. The 7th house is about your contractual relationships, with a partnership, in romance, platonical, business. But it's about you bringing balance to the situation, and it's going to create a lot of what? Open enemies. They don't like the change in you. They liked when they was able to push you around like taffy. What's coming towards you is a lot of bitterness, spite. There may even be gossip, darling dears, but it's got nothing to do with you. Why? It's behind your back. Law 16 of the 48 laws of power. Realize who you are. Use the energy of the retrogrades, darling dears, to align with your ambitions. And your ambitions is to what? Know your worth and add tax. You are the one that has to bring balance to your situation and circumstance. And being obstreperous, you are noisy and difficult to handle, darling dears. Why? You speak the truth, roof. Pinkies up. All right, let's press on. Where are you in all of this? We've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Wands is about you was stuck on a paradigm, darling dears. You've got lots of inspiring ideas and moves to make, but you're feeling a little bit stuck at this moment in time, right? Yeah, Tower card shows the stuckedness, but we've got the Fool card, the sudden change that's coming towards you. To bring you an 11-11 fade, darling dears. Mutual minds being attracted to you. This is about the uncertainty that you're feeling about trusting in your instincts, your intuition. This is also about you looking back at the past. Always look to see where their faces are. Looking back at the Sun card, the unhappiness that you've overcome. This 11-11 fade is well deserved, darling dears. What else? About outside people. What are they going on with? Yeah, broken contracts, darling dears. Gemini energy. Lover's card is Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Lack of communication, darling dear. You don't speak to these people. They don't like the broken contract. You was the golden goose, right? But King of Wands, this is flighty, fickle energy, darling dears. People that was there for a good time, a long time. This person is now seeing the justice. Person or people is seeing the justice, the balance, the peace you brought to the situation. They're remembering your words, and they're extremely bitter because you've cut them. Your cut-off game is surgical, darling dear. Surgical. Yeah, you was the golden goose in all of these soul ties, these spiritual contracts that you had to overcome, utilizing the energy of all the 7 retrograding planets. Your hopes and fears, yeah, to release all burdens once and for all, darling dear, right? And not to be focused, trapped in the past. And it's also about being sure that you don't go back to a past situation, because you have to remember your brain is wicked sometimes. When you've been in a situation where there's been abuse or some kind of somebody was taking the shit, darling dear, it's gone past taking the piss. It affects your hippocampus and your amygdala. Yes, baby, it does. It affects your short-term memory, so it's for you. It makes you forget and remember the good times. Well, guess what? This is about you not remembering the good times, darling dears. This is about forgiving, but remember the bastardo's name. And remember, they can't come back unless you open that door. Opening that door is going back to low self-esteem when this is a clean slate, darling dears. You had to be the rebel in order to release yourself from the situation or circumstance. Yeah. Constant conflict, darling dear. Fighting put you in competition with others. That best friend, whatever it is, they had a better friend. One, then they both didn't like you, but there was a lot of pretense going on, darling dear, because you was the golden goose in the situation. Stable, you came with the big ideas, darling dears. It was a healthy, you brought the healthy, you was the light in a situation. But it was fickle energy, darling dears. Final outcome, Moon card. Listen to your intuition, darling dear. Yeah, a lot of enemies, fake friends, and everything have been revealed. Family members, situations that no longer served you. Then you know they will want to come back with their bull swanky apologies, darling dears. But this is about you realizing you don't have to take their cup. There's over 9 billion souls on this earth at this moment in time. Right? There's a fly in here. Right? And it's got my attention and I didn't like it. Because where they are, oh my gosh. Anyhow, as I was saying, it's about you making the right choices, and you do have offers coming towards you. Page of Cups speaks about offers. Maybe a bull swanky apology. All right, final outcome. Yeah, keep your circle small, darling dears. This is about you, controlling your mental health. You have to be the bringer of the leveling of your mental health, darling dears. Not everybody deserves to come back. Yeah, they're sorry, but it's time for you to fall back. Tell them to relax, darling dear. They've lost their space at your tableau. Just saw 555 on the counter. It speaks about the great changes, the new opportunities that are coming in every area of your life, darling dears. Because you conceive, believe, and achieve. You had to leave a situation, right? Take the time to rest and recuperate and heal. And what? Get your gangster right in your mind, darling dear. Again, we see the star card. As we start the read, we finish. Continue to pour away what no longer serves you. Only take the lesson, darling dear. Remember what they did, but always forgive situations, darling dears. Don't allow anything to keep you tied to past actions and situations. Yeah? The golden goose has left the building. Yeah, they need to relax, darling dears. Relax. Let's finish on with the final card with the Numerology. Final message for my fire signs. Yeah, time of healing. And again, it's what? The healing, darling dear, of it all. Love it. I don't hate it. A balsamic moon, darling dear. This speaks about a time for introspection, something going away. Think this is about you going within, realizing that you brought the table to the table, darling dears, in certain circumstances. And it's about you, what? Removing said table. Once they've dissed you, darling dear, there's no back ways to you, darling dears. Why? They're blocking the way for your true soul tribe to come in. Remember, you are a once-in-a-lifetime cat, my fire signs. Yes, you may have repeated many, many mistakes, but it is what? The lesson, darling dear. Until you get the lesson, you can't break free. This is a time for healing for you, darling dears. Healing, or you've healed, and you're calling in your true soul tribe. On that note, I drops me mic. Todd love to my Teesprings, my Patreon, or my TikToks, where I also upload videos. If you'd like a personal read, please hit me up in the Gmail. The intel is in the description box below. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Big Cat Wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, 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 cat.